4-pound gun young and down like it's a cougar. On my feet, combat boots, or is it Puma? Words spreading around about me, none of it rumor. All truth, very big facts, very large caliber on very small gaps. Compact pistols, ladders, and all that. About to throw the switch in the Nina for rapid fire. Got the 5.7 equipped with the magnifier. Boom shakalaka, equipped with the rim rocker. We ain't really got beef, yeah, Ramak would have been shot you. The best rhymer, since Pac and Big Papa. Big llama, big juice, I'm Big Jamba. Quarter tank of gas, I ride like a big timer. No informer, no sweat, not inside of my conglomerate. Wreck like King Kong. No Asian pun me, no chink in armor. Remain calm throughout pain that bring drama. Stay focused on things that bring karma. Took all pressure, blind, and made diamonds. Stayed true, kept shit pure, my name honored. Paid all dues and debts and kept promise. Make sure you show respect. Pay homage that I'm one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood. Don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West when I start. I said I've been one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood. Don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West when I start. I'm the hottest on the market, don't make me start it. I'ma pull up in a Spider-Man and Peter Parker. I remember days was trapping out the apartment. Now one West about put me up in a starship. About to fly the friendly skies in this bitch. Spit the truth on the corners, I lie a little bit. I'm a stand-up nigga, I die before I switch. Down, no we up, I'm cool with who I with. I'ma be war the king and stay dangerous. Hold down the biz and fam, remain blameless. Now rappers drippy with styles we made famous. First with studs and spikes in any city. Designers charge a stack for shit that can't fit me. Had fringes on my coattail way before Jimmy. Funny how the general ain't even see a penny. Better show respect, get smoked like a chimney. Keep my name out your mouth, don't even think it. Send a real Smith at y'all, no Jada Pinkett. Both ball heads, my grain $1.50. Lost my man to the game, that pain that stuck with me. Had to find a cheat code to the street though, cause the niggas getting fouled, shoot you like a free throw. Keep spitting acid like a Mino, and the nigga be the nicest with a mean flow. Try to ride my wave, you gon' need a speedboat. I'm hot like 100 degrees in a peacoat. Scarf in the sweater, I embark every letter. It's UPK, not a part, but together. Homie, I've been one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West when I start. One West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West.
Troubleshooting with attendees? If so,
Weapons of our warfare is not carnal. I was born in it. You converted. This is not for you. Weapons of our warfare is not carnal. I was born in it. You converted. This is not for you. Handle lights and teddy bears. I'm trying to leave your block romantic. Flicking off the hip. I leave the scene looking like I'm dancing. Ain't one Westworld. Best believe we not gonna stand big titties on a drum. The stick figure looking outstanding. Rip his top with the hands of the Lord. Call that God tears. Send a spear right to the sky and watch his front tear. I'm that nigga cause I run with them niggas. So let's get that clear. Don't question who say I'm the GOAT. I tell them God damn. To be the best, you gotta beat the best. To me, that's suicide. Of course, I sound cocky to a glizzy eater. Fuck your pride. Don't need a horoscope to see I'm a star, so fuck your sign. You can believe in anything you want, but as for me and mine, God mode. I am what I am, so let's just keep in mind. I wanna be like yeah, Kyrie, they wanna be like I. She said she lost until she found me, and then she found a tribe, and then I make a bout face until she called me out of wine. Weapons of our warfare is not carnal. I was born in it. You converted. This is not for you. Leave an imprint of my legacy with a spot for it. No way you can endure to the end if you not loyal. Weapons of our warfare is not carnal. I was born in it. You converted. This is not for you. Leave an imprint of my legacy with a spot for it. No way you can endure to the end if you not loyal. All time. No questions asked. We come and find you. His problems, my problems. And I'm standing behind you. Stepping with style. I'm standing on shit. I'm my product. I take on the crowd. Tell them all throw in the towel. Half moon with a silencer, make it sound like a howl. We the shit, we about movements with a growl. Heavy is the head with the crown. When I take it, I'm proud. I get the order, bring my sword back wet with a smile, nigga. I'm an Israelite rapper, nigga. Would never hit his wife, but I'll go at you. I make commitments to a gun if I'm talking about a tantrums. Nigga said he a stand-up dude, that mean we laughing, nigga. Jumped on the beat, start snapping, you leaving fractures. Red and green bean, I'm Gucci, you thinking fashion. There goes you for the green, and I ain't talking St. Patrick. You screaming all lives, I'm screaming all guns matter. Keep it biblical, talking in parables, cause it matter. If I say bring Jake up, I'm talking about a ladder. He was the wave till I came with the fire, no John the Baptist. Who cared you did it first? You should be worried about who after. I'm connected in any habitat, shit I adapted. Nose job on a brand new snub is all plastic. I show up the court with jeans on, I'm never slacking. You a rapper turned Israelite, I'm an Israelite rapping. Weapons of our warfare is not carnal. I was born in it. You converted. This is not for you. Leave an imprint of my legacy with a spot for it. No way you can endure to the end if you not loyal. Weapons of our warfare is not carnal. I was born in it. You converted. This is not for you. Leave an imprint of my legacy with a spot for it. No way you can endure to the end if you not loyal. All time. No questions asked. We come and find you. His problems, my problem. Stepping with style, I'm standing on shit on my product. I take my pride. Tell them all, throw in the towel. Throw in the towel. Heavy is the head with the crown. When I take it, I'm proud. I get the order, bring my sword back, wait with a smile, nigga.
Pando killed the beat.
I don't know who, somebody need to hear this. Y'all don't speak Hebrew, that's Yiddish. How the fuck you try to label us anti-Semitic? We the Israelites, blacks, native Hispanics. The Germans get locked up for the Holocaust. Meanwhile, black people still up in the Holocaust. 100 million of us died in the transatlantic. 6 million died. Y'all want the world to never forget it. You can never be a Jew. You a Ashkenaz. This ain't a star dum-dum. A gun that would die. Yeah, Yeezy told the truth and got ostracized. Not one person in the Bible had on a yarmulke. We were slaves in America like we was in Egypt. Y'all don't even fit the curses in the Torah neither. Y'all was blind to the truth. I had to make it clear how Jerusalem, your land, your people came from Europe. That was 1947. Your menorah got 9 sticks. It's really only 7. Yeah, it's us against the world. Armageddon. This what happened when you inherit lies from your ancestors. Y'all the synagogue of Satan with them black hats. Your whole nation sitting ducks, Aflacs, bunch of thieves and culture vultures, ain't nothing kosher. To tell the truth, you vagabonds don't have a culture. Macedonia, Alexander and Philip, you a convert, so tell me, how the fuck is you Israel? That don't make you the people just cause you live there. Why my people can't hate your people like y'all hate Hitler? All the prophets was black and was called nigga. Y'all don't even fit the description that's in the scriptures. Abraham, all the way down to Jacob, we the real Jews. Y'all don't study Christ, y'all follow the Talmud. Keep it real, yeah, let's keep it real. Cold hard truth, it give you chills. Say y'all Jewish cause y'all ain't really them. About to do them like Hammond, this the feast of Purim. You BK undefeated, this an easy win. We was born fighting, y'all the evil twin. Jacob took hold of his heel, then out came his little red bastard, they kosher deals. It's only 12 tribes, y'all trying to make it 13. Esau despised his birthright, the Lord cursed him. He ain't the devil who is, I'm still searching. Ask your rabbi, why he give them babies herpes? I don't know what's worse, that or you claiming that you a Maccabee. I'm about to cancel, everybody try to cancel ye. I ain't afraid to speak, that's what I do. They riding to the core, I'm just judging them by their fruit. Cause they ain't suffering curses. If I was cool, I promise I'll punch you in person. I know this is an uncomfortable subject. They making millions off our culture and black people suffering from it. Yeah, they don't believe in Christ. They the Antichrist. Make a living off of niggas. They're a parasite. I ain't afraid to tell the truth. Niggas terrified. I'm about to go DEFCON 4. I ain't satisfied.
That is proof
That is absolute proof that they know we are the real Jews. That's absolute proof. Now, you got the records. Go find me a white Jew on any archaeology in Egypt anywhere. You will never find a piece of archaeology with white people as slaves in Egypt. So don't tell me that they were slaves and it's their identity, and they know it. And I know the blasphemy of them, but they are Jews. The Lord knows the blasphemy of you so-called white people that say you are Jews and you are not Jews. You are not the people of the law. You are not God's chosen people. God's chosen people are living in the ghettos of America. God's chosen people are in poverty and depression in the streets of America. God's chosen people are walking around in America with no identity. That's where God's chosen people are.
Yeah, those are messed up, no. Bad news is to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Go on, get on that ass real quick one time. 144, baby. Run that shit up, Trey.
They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they trade that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I go with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low on this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm too hardcore. Wait up, let me make a call right quick. I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about anymore. I need a Vaseline like my Nina Puffer Ford. Took a Zach, watch the dark. Matter of fact, like the dark. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shang Tsung. Put them out of service, keep them tools like this Harbor Freight. Try to hope it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Told them boys we taking note. Call them up like set the date. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses, make moves. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them UPK rules. I'm making hits like I can't lose. They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they trade that beat, I ride that business like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, the whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the fart. You
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put billions of my lives.
Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. 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 I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles are making it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom, we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now. You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
remorse in my blood slump. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cocktail. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Von Dale. Payback, get stressed, she a bomb. Just serve cold. I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box. I swear got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. There was design 5 for our babies to pass through in the day of our king's reign. I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous. I bought brand new parabellums.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a door. It's a door. Payback is a door. It's a door. Payback is a door. It's a door. Payback is a door. It's a door.
All right, clap it up, clap it up. This is Officer Abraham of the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West Harlem, New York, 125th Street, under Commanding General Yohana. This is the Thursday Scripture Breakdown class. You understand? The water to Officer K out of War. K out of War rocking it out with me. We're going to hold it down tonight. We at it again, back at it again, same back time, same back channel. You understand? And we're gonna go into, you know what I'm saying, the topics, the answers that, you know, the Christian church don't have is in the Isupk, man. The answers that you can't get from your local pastor, your reverend, and your Muslim imam, and that N.W.O horenge gion, all that meditating that they doing in these false religions. We gonna get into it. We gonna give the people the answers that they so desperately seek here in America. You understand? With the, you know what I'm saying, power of the Most High, under the order of Commanding General Yohana, the highest ranking man in Israel right now, the real leader of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. You understand? Of course, we're going to mention, you know, Purim is coming up. Everybody getting ready for the memorial, that feast day of Purim, but also the Passover. The Lord's 54th annual Passover is coming up, which is a law. Every black, Hispanic, Native Indian man, woman, boy, child, you understand, must present themselves and their families at the Passover. You understand? It's a law. It's a law that the Christian church does not keep because they keep Easter. You understand? They pile up in those nasty Christian churches on Easter. While the so-called oppressor is getting rich off of, you know, Stacey Adams suits and belts and J.C. Penney's and all Hammocks and everybody that's selling suits, and the Men's Warehouse is getting rich on Easter from everybody buying clothes, the you know, the fresh outfit to go up in the to go up and sin against the Lord on Easter Sunday. You understand? Every Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian should be gearing up for the Passover, coming in their glorious garments, their righteous garments. You understand? Not making so-called the oppressor rich, but you know what I'm saying, keeping those funds inside of the nation. You understand? Inside of where Black people live. You understand? Because the only ones with the flavor to make these precious garments are Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. It's the only place you can go to get these glorious garments that we be rocking for Passover. So, of course, there's, starting with the lamb slaughter that Wednesday before April the 1st, the lamb slaughter that Wednesday, the Black party that Thursday, the scripture breakdown that Friday, and the Passover that Saturday. You understand? It's right here in North Carolina, 500 South Salisbury Street in North Carolina. You understand? The Raleigh Convention Center is going down. If you're listening to this class right now, you understand, if you're Black, Hispanic, Native Indian, tell your friends, tell your cousins, tell your brothers, sister, mother, grandpappy, grandmammy, everybody. You know what I'm saying? All Black people. We want to blast this like they blasted "Go Rock the Vote." Go rock the vote when that Hamite Barack Obama was running for office, and they thought, oh, finally a Black man gonna get in the office. That's how we want to rock this Passover, man. We want to blast this Passover over all social media platforms. You understand? If we had your individual address, we'll mail out mailers. You understand? For all Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to come down to Raleigh. You understand? April the 1st. And celebrate the Lord's 54th annual Passover. You understand? You want to say anything out of war?
I'm too wild right now.
All right, any questions? Any questions in the room? Any questions online? Y'all type in your questions, man. You listening to the class. You understand? You listening to the class faithfully. The water for your support. You understand? It's a couple people in the room. Type in a question. You understand? You got a question, or you got a question that you need answered, that you know that the Christian church can't give you the answer for. Type it in, man, so we can get into it in this class. You never know. Somebody watching may have the same question that you have. They may have the same question of why is there still Black on Black crime? Why did that brother what was Tyree Nichols? Why did that brother get why did that brother get killed the way he did, murdered the way he did, man? You know what I'm saying? That's something that we need to go into properly right now. They said it was they said that he had one of those officers had connections with Tyree Nichols. Tyree Nichols worked for FedEx, and one of those officers, here we go, man. Here we go again, N.W.O.
Wow.
For some violence committed against a brother over some skirt tail, man. Over some skirt tail. You understand? Over some hot tail woman that now one of them should have been messing with, if that's the case. If it's true that Tyree Nichols had sex with this officer's woman, number one, Tyree Nichols was wrong. He didn't deserve death. Salakia. He did not deserve what he got, the judgment that he so-called got from this police officer. You understand? He did not deserve the tragic end that he, had to suffer, behind, if it really is true that he allegedly slept with this man's woman. And they said the brother was there taking pictures of it, sending it to the sister that worked with Tyree Nichols. You know if that to be true or not, N.W.O, but you heard it. Did you hear the same thing? Yeah, man, this is brotherhood 101. You understand? Brotherhood 101, which we learn in the ISUPK. That's the first thing we learn. Every elite officer that goes through Hebrew Academy in the ISUPK, which, you know, me and N.W.O, we are Hebrew Academy and graduate. We are Hebrew Academy and graduates. You understand? We learn that brotherhood is brotherhood is above everything else. Wow. Brotherhood is above your woman. Brotherhood is not unto it. Is what is it? Salaki. It's the Most High Christ commanding General Hana brotherhood. You understand? That's it. That's what we learn, man. And it's a shame for that to have happened if it were to be true. Well, if it were to be true, because number one, it's so nasty and disgusting. We learn this in the school too. Only in the ISUPK do you learn that it's nasty and disgusting to want to sleep with another man's woman. Well, you understand? Like all the nasty and disgusting things that you know that's happening, you know, in the bedroom, which is private. You should not want to come behind. I now I understand. I understand now. Passing around a hooker is such a nasty, disgusting thing, man. You understand? It's such a nasty, disgusting thing. And everybody going to these strip clubs, that's disgusting. That's nasty and repugnant, man. You understand? You number one, you degrading these sisters. If we stop making the strip club popular, if everybody didn't go, then you know what I'm saying, they would shut down them strip clubs, man. Right. They would shut down the place where a sister can go and dance on this brother and then dance on that brother and then get on. Oh man, that's nasty, man. And she get passed around all night long. That is nasty and disgusting, man. You understand? Now, the first scripture came out of war, Zephaniah 2:1, man, which goes right into what we're talking about.
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yeah, gather together, O nation not desired.
Con. And we're the nation that's not desired, man. Wow. You understand? Like these cops, these police officers were following right after Satan, man. Right after the devil that the Bible speaks of. Wow. The oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. That's and what the oppressor does, beat us to death. Wow. During slavery, didn't some of us die because of that? Those whippings were so severe with that whip. They died. You understand? They were beat to death. I read stories in here about the little baby, the little 9-month-old baby that the so-called oppressor whooped the baby and blood ran and her right in front of her sister. Whooped the baby to death. The 9-month-old baby, man. Now we take it to Tyree Nichols, and that's somebody's son, man. Wow. Possibly somebody's father, somebody's nephew, somebody's cousin. And we still in this earth acting as the oppressor, man. When will we learn that violence against each other is acting the same, is nigh to the slave master, man? It's just like the slave master acted in his disdain and his anger for us, for what? Giving him this empire, picking his cotton, cutting his sugar cane. Wow. And all because of our black skin, he whoop us to death with that whip, man. We ain't no we're no different than that. And Zephaniah 2:1 says we should gather together, man. We the nation not desired. Well, the oppressor love to see them cops do to that brother what they did. the Tyree Nichols. They loved it, man. They sat back and watched it, just like they sat back and watched it for entertainment, like those 12 cops did Rodney King, man.
Right.
They sat back and watched it like it was amusement, like it was the MMA fight. You understand? I couldn't watch the video. I seen snippets and clips and you know, snippets of it, but I can't watch the video. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like, you know what I'm saying, like watching a woman get raped. I can't watch them video. The movie where she get raped, I have to turn away. You know what I'm saying? I can't watch that. There's certain things on TV where I just can't watch Chaotic Warrior. I you know what I'm saying? You know, I'll murder my TV. And I understand that the TV has nothing to do. The TV just showing me the picture, but the anger that it drums up, you know what I'm saying? I can't murder my TV, so I decided just not to watch it at all. I couldn't see they said the clip was very disturbing, very bad. It's something that should have never happened. But because the oppressor doesn't know how to be a brother, then that's why that occurred. You understand? Those 5 cops hated that brother Tyree Nichols, just like those 12 cops hated Rodney King.
Right.
Just like the slave master hates black people. Just like when our people with how they hated us and bombed us, you know, dropped the first bombs in America on Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Just like they hated us in our black towns in Seneca Village in New York. That's now New York State Park. Just like they hated us then and ran us and burned us out of our city for no reason, they hated Tyree Nichols, man. They hated Tyree Nichols, and for what? Because he slept with the brother, you know, allegedly. We don't know. I'm not saying that this is true, but if it's true, because he slept with the brother's woman, the brother was taking pictures, sending it to the woman, how they treated him, when really his qualm wasn't with Tyree Nichols. His qualm was with that loose leg woman screwing out of both jaw legs. You understand?
Right.
That's who he really should have been upset with. But see, here in America, you know, we and I say we because, you know, the mass majority of us, we worship a vagina, man. That vagina can do no wrong, huh? That thing that bleed every month and pulsate every day, it can do no wrong, huh? It's just perfect, huh? You know what, man? It's despicable. It go to Salakia, Mark 12 and 31.
It's like, if I could say one thing, real fast, the story about the brother that got beat down by the police reminds me of a story that General Hazayan always talks about when he was on the force. And he said he had caught a cat, you know, by himself. And then when the other police came, they're like, yo, why you ain't busting him? Why you ain't kill him? And then you hear stories like this. And General Hazayan, of course, showed a sense of brotherhood. Mercy.
So brotherly love, right?
And all these brothers that beat this young man to death, not one of them had
stepped up and say, hey man, this is wrong.
Like, they don't got little brothers, they don't got little cousins, and that's why you needed to show our people what real brotherhood actually is.
Right. And you know the Lord is just, man.
Right.
The Lord is a just God, man. It's a just power. He's not gonna let this go, man. You understand? He's not gonna let this go. And I wouldn't be surprised if those officers not only get justice from America because America funny like that.
Yeah.
America is real funny like that. America is racist. You understand? Where they will allow those 12 officers to get off for beating Rodney King within an inch of his life. where he's permanently brain damaged. You know what I'm saying? And all he could say after he took that beat was, you know, he jacked up. Can't we all get along, man? That's it. No, we can't get along, Mr. King. You understand? And now we understand why. Because the oppressor spirit is on these police officers, man. You understand? So now they'll get these 5 police officers and throw the book at them. You understand? They'll throw the book at them. You know, everybody marching, you know, justice for Tyree Nichols. Justice for Tyree Nichols. You understand? But where was the outrage? You know what I'm saying? Where was the continued outrage for these 5 cops that got off? Yeah, they rioted or whatever. They rioted in Los Angeles, but that was it. You know, where's the ongoing fight for them to be brought to justice, man? For the case to be retried. It's almost like something not going your way, and you throwing a temper tantrum and like, you know how a baby cry, and then you don't pay no attention to the baby, and after a while the baby see you don't pay no attention to him. So what they do, just get up and just walk off, just, you know what I'm saying? Just go back to doing what he was doing. You understand? That's how we do in America. We you know, that Black Lives Matter movement is such a joke.
Right.
You can't take somebody serious that start an organization and they from the LGBTQ community, man. You can't take them serious because they don't even know what they want to be. You a woman posing as a man, or you a man posing as a woman. You don't even know what sex you want to be. How can that be taken serious? Come on, man. We as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians need to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, man.
Right.
We need to stop this nonsense that we doing to one another, and we need to join our nation again. That's why it's so very important that you show up at the Passover, man.
Wow.
Show up at the Passover. You got so many people just wanting to reject the truth, man. They want to reject the truth for the love of Christianity, man. For the love of Christianity, you'll reject the truth. You'll reject what the Most High is trying to show you. You understand? You'll reject your inheritance. You understand? Go ahead and read that N.W.O if you could.
It's like we got Mark 12 and 30. It's the book of Mark, chapter 12, verse 30. And thou shalt love the Most High thy power with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind, and with all thy strength. This is the first commandment. Verse 31. And the second is like, namely this: thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
So now, go ahead. Is that it on that?
There is none other commandment greater than these.
Now, the Christian church will stop right there, N.W.O. They'll say, love God with all your heart, and then love your neighbor as yourself, and they'll stop right there. When really, that's the whole law. That's the whole law right there. Why? Because if you love your neighbor, then I won't allow you to eat pork. I won't let you eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lard. If I love my neighbor as I did myself, which is loving your nation, that's your neighbor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If anybody in the class want me to bring out that your neighbor is not the person beside you, if you don't know and you need the precept on that your neighbor is your nation, just type it in the chat. Just type it in the chat. Hey, where does the Bible say that my neighbor is just the people in my nation? That's all you got to do. We'll answer it for you. But now, the Christian church will stop right there, and they'll say that's the 2 laws right there. But Loving your neighbor as you do yourself is the whole law, because just like I won't break the law of eating pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster, I'm not gonna take my mother out and buy her the shrimp platter.
Right.
I'm not gonna allow her to do that. I'm not gonna allow, you understand, my brothers to get the pork special. I'm gonna say, nah, brother, nah, I'm showing you love, man. Nah, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't eat that pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you right from wrong because I love you just like I love myself. I'm gonna love you and say, hey man, yo, you messing with Tina? And ain't Tina going out with Fred? So you messing with Tina and Tina messing with Fred. Now don't do that, man. You shouldn't do that, man. You all leave Tina alone, man. That's Fred woman, man. Let Fred have Tina. Think about all the nasty stuff that Fred is doing with Tina. You don't want, come on, man. You don't want that, man. It's all these, it's a ton of other women out here, man, that's single, that wish they had you in their bedroom, man. You can go get them. You can go get them single women, man. You don't have to go get somebody else's woman. You don't have to be a nasty what's his name? You don't have to be a nasty Chris Brown, man. You don't have to be a R. Kelly. Okay. Don't bring your girl around me. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to have that mentality, man. You don't have to do that.
Right.
You can love your neighbor as you do yourself. It's a commandment that you do so. You understand? Go to Luke 6:31. This common brotherhood stuff that we all learn in the Isupk when we first come into the school. You first come into the school, you learn about brotherhood and how you should prefer your brothers over everybody else. And how that's how a nation is built upon, brotherhood and sticking together. Why the Chinese and Japanese so strong? Because it's so important that they keep their tradition and they stick together. You understand? You go into, man, let me tell you something. I find it fascinating. My job, my slavery is so fascinating, N.W.O. I'm gonna tell you this story. I had to do I had an Asian client. And even though this Asian client was living in America, Americanized, big old house in America, you understand? You know what I had to do at the door, N.W.O? Guess.
If I could take a wild guess, I would say take your shoes off.
I had to take my shoes off. I had to take my shoes off to walk in this Asian man's house. Him and his kids and his wife, she all cooking rice and doing whatever she doing. All their kids is running around the house with their shoes off. N.W.O, the floor was immaculate. You can eat a morsel of food off the floor because the floors were, carpet looked like it had only seen their feet. You understand? Wow. Which it's only right. You understand? They take their shoes off when they enter their home. They don't bring outside into their house. So if something and it caused me to pay attention because that's his tradition. That's the tradition of their people. You understand? And he was skeptical about even allowing me to serve him with the product that I had. You understand? Because he was looking for the Asian man that did what I did. Yeah. You understand? But of course, dealing with construction in America, you're only gonna find blacks and Hispanics. You understand? You're only gonna find that more the majority. So he had to turn to the black Hispanic company to do what he needed. But if I guarantee you, if it was an Asian company doing what I did, he would definitely call them. I would not be taking my shoes off in his house, K.R.W.O, because they know the meaning of brotherhood. Right. Who don't know the meaning of brotherhood? Niggas. Niggas don't. And I'm gonna go ahead and answer that for us because we envy the oppressor. Right. Read that Luke, and then we're gonna go to that.
Comes book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 31. And as ye would that men should do to you, do ye also to them likewise.
Do ye also to them likewise, man. You understand? That's what we should be doing for one another. As you want somebody to do you, that's how you should be doing them. You understand? If now I'm pretty sure that brother, the cop that found out if it allegedly, if he found out that Tyree Nichols was sleeping with his woman, then he didn't want that to happen. Now Tyree Nichols, on the other hand, if the woman was coming on to him, he should have, if she had a man and he knew her, he should have went to that brother like, hey man, brother, you need to check your woman, man. I look, I don't want no trouble, but check her, man. She coming on to me. I know she got a man, and I just want to keep the brotherhood between us. I guarantee you, Tyree Nichols would have had a friend for life. He would have had a friend for life, man. You understand? Following the law, statutes, and commandments, and doing what this Bible says will ensure that you have the life that you seek. You understand? You want to have a life where can't nobody speak ill will about you, or you want to live a life that you have many people just gravitate to you. Follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. You understand? And genuine people will gravitate to you. Christians won't though. Right. Christians will hate you. You don't want them lying thieves in your life anyway. But you follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, and good people will gravitate themselves to you because they know deep down inside you are a good man. You're a good sister. Yeah. You understand? So now, where Proverbs, what is it, 3 and 31?
Comes the book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor.
Man, don't envy the oppressor, meaning the oppressor is the one that has the rule over this earth. And we're gonna go there real quick. We're gonna break down who the oppressor is, man. You understand? Because the oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of. That's it's right. Certain terminology that we have to use when we deal with explaining when we deal with this explaining the oppressor and what part he plays and who he is in the earth. You understand? So now let's read that part again.
Comes book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. Verse 32. For the froward is abomination to the Most High.
You understand? The froward is an abomination. You understand? Don't look up forward.
It's the definition of froward. It says of a person difficult to deal with.
Right. A person difficult to deal with. You understand? That's going into something else. But now go to Job 9 and 24.
This is the book of Job, chapter 9, and verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
The earth is given, meaning the earth has been given to the hand of the wicked. Go ahead.
He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
He covereth the faces of the judges. You understand? He covereth those faces of those judges, the ones that should be judging the earth, telling you what's right and what's wrong. He covereth their faces. What it means to cover, he covereth their faces. You understand? Now, what is he? Anybody ever heard of whitewashing? Where now take me to the scripture N.W.O where it says the saints are gonna judge the earth. Hold on. It's 1 Corinthians 6 and 2. 1 Corinthians 6 and 2.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 2. Do ye not know that the saints shall judge the world?
The saints are going to judge the world. The saints are going to be the ones who tell you what's right and what's wrong. The saints are those prophets in the Bible. Those are the saints. Like Job and Daniel and Matthew, Mark. You know what I'm saying? David. Those are the saints. Samuel. Those are the saints. You understand? The saints are blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, because we all know that the Bible says the Jews are black. That's who's going to judge the earth, is the saints. So now, the wicked, the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. Who's running the earth? Everybody knows who's running the earth. Even now, you look at Japan right now, and they wearing suits and ties. You look at China, they're wearing suits and ties, N.W.O, like they're Americans.
Right.
You understand? You look at business here in America. All your major corporations, J.C. Penney's, Belks, Zales. You know what I'm saying? The big corporations, Viacom and what else? GE. These are all corporations ran by the oppressor, ran by white society, man, ran by white people. Who's predominantly making the laws? That's sitting on Capitol Hill.
Right.
Joe Biden, white. Nancy Pelosi, white. You sprinkle a couple little speckles of dust in there somewhere that really don't have no power in America. The Chinese and Japanese don't even feel it relevant to even have representation in on Capitol Hill, man.
Right.
You understand? The earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. And when you look at who's running the earth, you know who the wicked is.
Right.
The wicked, another word that we use for the wicked is the oppressor, because we can't say who he really is, or YouTube will shut us down. Some you know what I'm saying? Some oppressor loving, whoever it is will flag our page if we say who the oppressor really is. So we got to talk around it so you can put 2 and 2 together, man. We'll say the oppressor is the wicked. And who's running the earth? The wicked. Yeah. Who runs France? Who runs Spain? Who runs Great Britain? Who colonized Africa? The French, the Spanish. Who came over here to America and colonized America? Who called it North Carolina? Who called it South Carolina? Who called it Atlanta? Who called it Louisiana? Who took half of Western America, so-called Western America, away from Mexico, man? Yeah. Who took it? The Mexicans didn't give it away. Who conquered Mexico? Why do the Mexicans speak Spanish?
Right.
You understand? It's because the wicked runs the earth, man.
Salaki.
Go ahead.
Like, and just real fast, and even today they even call it superpower. Like they the superpower of the earth. So there's always a struggle for power, and we see who's struggling for power, and it's not, it's not
it ain't the niggas.
Yeah.
Nah. It ain't the niggas. You don't have different groups of black people going, hey, let me control America.
Right.
And other black group going, nah, we gonna control America. Nah. They ain't got black groups fighting and saying, oh no, we got Algeria. We got Algeria. Right. Another black group going, nope. We said we had Algeria, dog. You tripping. Ain't nobody saying that, man. They going back and forth. Right. White society is going back and forth with who's controlling what. They making the laws. They saying it's okay for a man that with a burly beard like mine to come out and say, "Oh no, I'm not a man. I identify as a woman." You know what I'm saying? That's what they allowing in America. It ain't black people allowing that.
Right.
It ain't black people saying, "Oh yeah, we good." Nah. It ain't black people saying that, "Oh yeah, we gonna lower the age of consent on gay sex. We're gonna lower the age." You know what I'm saying? We're gonna lower the age. Black people don't run the man boy lovers of Association of America. That ain't black people's thing. You understand? That ain't got nothing to do with black people. That is a society that we are not a part of. You understand?
Right.
And the problem is that this place is so wicked because of who runs it. This place is run by wicked people, and it's so wicked that to call it out, you get blamed for you get blamed for being a bad person. For calling these people out. It's like I'm gonna give it to you. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna give it to you. Go to Proverbs 17 and 15.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 17 and verse 15. He that justifieth the wicked, and he that condemneth the just, even they both are abomination to the Most High.
So now, the wicked runs the earth. The earth, Job said the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. We know who runs the earth.
Right.
But it's it's funny what pain and suffering does to the psyche. And the so-called wicked know. That's why they have things like waterboarding and torture. You ever heard about the government waterboarding and torturing certain people to get information? Well, that's the same way. That's the same way the oppressor does to us. He did it to us in slavery, where he could say, am I a good person? And the slave say, no, you are not a good person. Are you kidding me? I'm picking your car. I was a free man. I was a free man. You captured me with a net. You put me on a ship with tons of my brothers and sisters, where we had to rock on a ship in the bow of a ship for 6 months, defecating and relieving ourselves on each other.
Right.
The women having a period on each other and bleeding and not being able to separate themselves.
Right.
You treated us like animals.
Right.
No, you are not good.
Right.
And the whip come, papaya. Woo! That whip changed things. Am I a good person? No, you are not good, man. You are not good. You are whipping me now. I'm getting abused by a man that's a man just like me. When I try to escape, when I try to run, you get a pack of men to come hunt me down like a dog. You're forcing me to go into labor for you for free. You're not a good person. Waka payow, payow, payow. Am I a good person? Okay, you good. You good. If you can stop with that whipping me and torturing me, yes, you're good. I give you all the information you want to know. And that's breaking down a nation. 101 for you. When white society know they're not good people. You understand? They know they're not. But for years of torturing our people and putting us under the whip and devising plans to cause pain, they can make us say anything. N.W.O, they want us to say.
Right.
And the Most High is looking. The Most High said, he that justified the wicked and condemned the just, they are an abomination to the Lord.
Right.
So that same Lord that so-called white society claim to be worshiping, even though they're not, that Lord sees. That God sees. You understand? He sees what's going on. He sees that this wicked society has gotten what they have through rape, robbery, and murder. And the Lord knew that it was going to take place that way. Go to Habakkuk 2:12.
This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood.
That's why the Lord said, woe to him that built a town with blood, man. Woe to him, meaning destruction is going to come to the person that built their town with blood.
Right.
And these towns in America have all been built with blood, man.
Right.
The bloodshed of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's how the town get built. That's how North Carolina was built.
Right.
That's how, you understand, we encourage everybody to come to the Passover, man, because there's a major plantation tour that we're going to take during the Passover. And there's been, and on our social media platforms, you seeing from Maryland and upstate how all these states have major plantations. Major plantations that black people served on, man. Served and gave their lives on and died at. So the so-called oppressor can have a good life. So he can have a life without work, a life without labor, an inheritance without working hard for it. You understand?
And Salaki.
Go ahead.
And all fighting fair for. You know what I mean?
And what you say again? Say it again.
Fighting fair for. That's like me.
And fighting fair
like
for. Right.
A grown man fighting a toddler or something. Like that's not
right.
You know what I mean?
Right. It's a grown man. It's a grown man coming, and that's what they refer to it as, like taking candy from a baby. These are people. These are people. Columbus said, these are people, meaning blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. These are people that ought to be slaves because they're so accepted. They're so nice. They make great slaves. Now, what I'm supposed to do with that information, N.W.O? Am I supposed to say yes? Yeah, I'm God's chosen people. I'm supposed to be a slave. Nah. I'm supposed to push to raise my nation, just like they pushed to raise their nation. When during the Byzantine Empire and black people were ruling, what was white society doing? N.W.O?
Salaki, one more time.
When during the Byzantine Empire and when black people was ruling the earth, what was white society doing?
They was grumbling and struggling to survive.
They was grumbling and struggling to survive, and a portion of them was gathering together.
Yeah.
You understand? They were gathering together for the time that was going to come when they was going to take control again. You understand?
Yeah.
Along comes Alexander the Great, and there you have it. Along comes Alexander the Great, and the rest is history. You understand? Where along comes Rome, and surrounds Jerusalem in 65 AD.
God.
And the rest is history, man. Which what we should be doing.
Right.
The same thing. Coming together, just like Zephaniah 2:1 says, man. We shouldn't want to be cops here in America. Why? Because you're serving the agenda of the oppressor. Shouldn't want to be a police officer here in America because you're serving the agenda of the one who had you as a slave. That's what the police initial job was. The initial job of the police was the slave master, to rein in the slaves, to catch the ones that run away, to punish the ones that break the rules. That's what the police job was. It was called a slave master at first.
Yeah.
It's called the overseer at first. It was called the overseer. After the overseer, it became the police. To police the black community. You understand? To police those slaves. Keep them in line. Make sure they didn't form rebellions against the owner. Against this is to protect and serve. You understand? To protect and serve the master. That's what they were there for. And they did a hell of a job. Bring it all the way up to the 1960s, and you add the fire department into that as well. So now you got the police force and the fire department. The fire department making sure that, you know, when we march to saying no justice, no peace, that we got showers of powerful water streams that peel the skin off of our bodies. You understand? That's what we got from this society. Forgiving them for making them the number one superpower on the earth. Forgiving them napalm. Napalm is what they used during the Vietnam War to set hundreds of yards of bush on fire at a time, killing the Viet Cong. You understand? We also gave them the fuel so they could put in a rocket system that take them to the moon.
Right.
We also gave them the calculations to be able to go to the moon and come back, so the trajectory would leave them in the ocean, give them a soft landing. That's what we did for the oppressor. And in return, what do we get? Murder, racism,
right.
Crosses burned in our yards,
right.
Hangings, lynchings, rapings. A black man don't get honor here in America.
Yeah.
Not unless you bouncing a ball or running a football somewhere. And then that's just a game.
Right.
You don't get to make no rules to society.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't get to you don't get to dictate what society does. You don't get no place. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, that's not even really honorable. It's just for that entertainment, like boxing, and dribbling a ball and lifting a bunch of weights and being athletic. Like, that's like just don't be in a show. You know what I mean? Then they make money off of it. Look, they call it a $1 million slave or something like that.
Right. It's $1 million slave, and it's entertainment. Just like it's to quench their bloodlust when they see 5 cops beat a young boy to death.
Yeah.
Beat a young man to death. It satisfies their lust for killing for the time being. Until they need to kill again. It's always going to happen. You understand? It's always going to happen. That's why we need to come together.
Wow.
We need to come together, man. Go to Ecclesiasticus 9 and 13.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 9, verse 13. Keep thee far from the man that hath power to kill.
Keep thee far from the man that have the power to kill. That the man that has the power to kill in this earth is the oppressor. Mm-hmm. And anyone taking up his side, his police officers taking up his ideology, they have the power to kill. We should stay far away from them.
Right.
Go ahead.
So shalt thou not doubt the fear of death.
So now you don't have to that fear of death won't be on you because you're around cops. You know what I'm saying? You're around racist people who have the power to kill you. You know what I'm saying? You won't have to worry about dying that way. Go ahead.
And if thou come unto him, make no fault.
And if you do come up to him, you gotta be blameless. You gotta make no fault. Go ahead.
Lest he take away thy life presently.
Lest he gonna take away your life right now, right then and there. He's gonna take away your life. He's gonna kill you. If he finds any fault, he is going to kill you.
Right.
Go ahead.
Come. Remember that thou goest in the midst of snares.
Every time a black, Hispanic, Native Indian man, woman, boy, child leaves the house, you going in the midst of snares. Right. The UPK, we understand that. Right. We understand that when we leave the house, we going outside full of traps, full of snares, right. full of scenarios that cannot go our way. So we stay vigilant, man, all the time.
Right.
All the time we vigilant, looking for that snare, looking for, okay, this is a trap right here. We always on alert of what's going on with the oppressor. Go ahead.
And that thou walkest upon the battlements of the city.
We walking upon the places in the city where we going. It's battling taking place, man. It's battles going on. Here in Charlotte and these streets, man, it's battles going on, man. It's battlements going on in these streets. We got to be careful. How do you learn how to be careful? Come into the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. We'll teach you how to move in this place, man. We'll teach you how to move in this place. We'll teach you how to not get dragged out of your car and beat by 5 cops until you dead. We'll show you. But you got to come in here.
Right.
You understand? You got to not be afraid to try your Christianity. You got to not be afraid to put your Christianity to the test. I know we've been beat to understand that Christianity is the religion that we should follow. I know we've been tortured to accept Christianity. But you got to be willing to take that step to put Christianity under the test. And once you put it under the test, you'll find out that it's not only satanic, but it's idiotic.
Right.
It's idiotic. Only degenerates and people who are hard of learning will follow Christianity. Go ahead.
Come. Verse 14. As near as thou canst, guess at thy neighbor and consult the wise.
As often as you can, get near your nation.
Right.
And often as you can, be with your brothers and sisters. And look, if you have any questions, always consult the wise. Always consult those priests and prophets of the Isupk that's going to give you the counsel. We have a whole counseling department that when people come to us to have questions about life, about difficult situations, we can go to a man above us and ask, hey, what should I do in this situation? What should I pay attention to when I go here? We got officers and generals above us that are lead and guide us, and the counsel always works, never fails. Have a 100% win capability, 100% win record. You understand? Yes, Khan, sis. The Sabbath class is every Saturday here at the school at 1539 North Ridge Avenue. I'm going to type it in the chat for you.
I got it, sir.
You said what now?
I got it right here.
All right, Most High in Christ. Sister Monroe, the brother's going to type in the information for the Sabbath class and the location for you, okay? All right. Looking forward to seeing everybody in the Sabbath class as well. Come out and join us every Saturday, 9:30 a.m. And we'll be reading, of course, reading from the Torah and translating it in the English. And we'll be having Sabbath service 9:30 until, you understand, sis. All right. And we have classes here every Tuesday through Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. If you can join us in the classes, that would be Tawab as well. If you want to come join the Monday class, it's 6:30 to 8:30 at the same location, 1539 North Ridge Avenue, Kannapolis, North Carolina. That's where the school is for the Charlotte area, okay? 9:30 a.m. every Saturday. So now, drop that, go to Esdras 8 and 85. And sis, if you have any questions right now, you can type them in the chat and we can answer those questions for you. We got a little bit more time, got about 30 minutes to answer any questions anyone has online in the class. We'll go into it and answer those questions for you, give you the biblical answers that the Christian church cannot and won't give you. All right. Your Muslim imam, your N.W.O Horenge, get on. That ain't gonna give you any answers either. You understand? All those meditating butterflies and elephants that do not give you the answers that you need. You're gonna only answers you're gonna find is in the Isupk under Commander General Yohana. That is the truth. The home, we are the home of the truth.
Right.
Where it all started.
Right.
The horse's mouth. We are the horse's mouth, so to speak. You understand? And we the only ones that say we have the truth. All these other fake groups out here, they'll say that no, we no one has all the truth. Well, we do.
Right.
We do. You understand? We have the truth. It's right here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Commander General Yohana. Make sure you come out April 1st to the Passover. Present you and your family at the Raleigh Convention Center. And that's 500 South Salisbury Street in Raleigh, North Carolina, for the Most High's 54th annual Passover. Oh my God, it's going down. N.W.O, you got your garment yet?
I'm working on it, sir.
Look, he working on it. No sweat. Hey, I'm working on mine too, brother.
I'm working on mine too. So, if I may,
yeah,
I want to come through like in all diamonds or some shit like that. Like, you know, that's out of reach. You know what I mean?
Damn right, brother. It ain't out of reach. When there's a will, there's a way. You understand? My joint, and look, I'm trying to top my joint from last year. I'm hooked on the lights. I'm hooked on the lights, brother. The lights will be in full effect this year. I'm telling you right now. Officer Abraham is hooked on the lights on the garment, man. Hey, look, I gotta keep it going. Now I gotta just keep it going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So look,
that garment was fly.
And Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. That's hey, look. Hey, that's when stunt at the Passover. That's what it's for, man. It's for all the niggas to stunt. And I'm stunting this year, man. Hey, I'm stunting this year. I'm doing it. I'm doing it big. Hey, look, after a while, I like Commander General Hunter said. He said he want to come in floating. I want to come in. I'm gonna be the first one to have the damn propulsion technology to come in. Yeah. Just float in, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. It's gonna be a glorious time, man. Every Passover gets better and better and better. And man, it's gonna be live because it's right here in North Carolina. So ain't no excuse for everybody not to make it. It's right here in your backyard, man. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get a couple more of these scriptures, and then we're gonna close up the class. But Ezra 8 and 85, brother, if you could.
Comes the book of First Ezra, chapter 8, verse 85. Moreover, ye shall never seek to have peace with them.
Moreover, what?
Ye shall never seek to have peace with them.
Man, moreover, ye should never seek to have peace with them, man.
Wow.
You can't have peace with these other nations or the oppressor. Because as you can clearly see with these 5 police officers, they're just acting like they're their counterparts. They're doing exactly what the so-called police force does here in America. What was any different than how these police officers acted versus how they acted with Rodney King? Except for Rodney King lived. Right. You understand? What was any different? What was any less despicable about it? What was you know what I'm saying? Both of the actions were unjust, unwarranted, racist. Like because it was black cops beating another black man doesn't mean it wasn't racist. Because they was just acting like white cops. Right. You know what I'm saying? They acted no different than the same cops that will burn a cross or the same racists that'll burn a cross in your yard.
It's Salaki.
Uh-huh.
If I could, just real fast. And my family's Christian, right? Mm-hmm. My grandmother and my mother, stuff like that. And they love everybody, but yet they taught us as youngins, like, yo, stay away from police. Stay away from them. Because that's what they do. They'll kill you. They taught us at a young age, very early. I think it was a scripture you brought out a little earlier. Don't join them along them lines, right?
Right. 9 and 13. Ecclesiasticus 9 and 13. Stay far from the man that have the power to kill.
Right. And our elders, Christian ladies, don't stay far away. Don't mess with them. Keep away from them. So they taught us a long time ago, run when you see them. And then you was talking about a little earlier, sir, about the slave patrol. You know what I mean?
Right.
That goes way back in history. That slave patrol that was patrolling the slave and how much brutality they were showing the slaves in them days. It taught us a long time ago, stay away from them.
Right. Right. And that's black culture in itself, is to stay away from the police. How many movies do we see where the black man get pulled over, or the black boy, the cops say come here, and the black boy immediately start to running? That was every New York undercover episode. That's how the beginning of every New York undercover episode begin. You know what I'm saying? Is you know what I'm saying? They getting a hot dog somewhere and they see some black boy and they running and running and running.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And my mother always taught me to be docile. She always taught me that my rambunctious attitude was going to be the cause of my demise, basically. You know what I'm saying? Me being so boisterous and me being so outspoken and trying to analyze everything. Like she always downed my aggression and always told me that, one day you're going to run across the wrong person and your aggression is going to get you killed. And I didn't understand. I mean, I didn't understand why she was that way. But then as I learned about her life, and I learned that my mother picked cotton. My mother picked cotton on a sharecropping field, and it was it was, you know what I'm saying? Like they were punished. Like if you didn't, either they would dock your pay. They would, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't whipping and beating, but if you didn't make your quota, they would dock your pay. They would instead of paying you, a 10 cent a bundle, they pay you 5 cents. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it was hell. And that's what my mother had to go through growing up trying to make a living. And man, and when I found that, I understood why she was so adamant about not making trouble, but not making waves with the cops, not doing anything that would cause a cop to want to, make you spread them and put your hands behind your back. You understand? And even to this day, when I would tell her about certain issues I had on my job, when I worked for a union, I was a union laborer, so we had representation if we had a problem on the job. She would tell me, "No, do what they say. Don't you go and try to file a complaint." And I say, "Mom, well, I'm a win. I'm in a union. They can't treat me like any old kind of way. It's a handbook that they have, the laws that they have to abide by." And she would tell me, don't you make any trouble or you're gonna get fired. And that, I'm thinking to myself, so what? They fired me, so what?
There it is.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's the mentality that was instilled into her not to ever cause any trouble, even to the detriment of yourself, not to cause any trouble. And that's black people. That's your token Negro of today.
Right.
Your token Negro today does not cause any trouble, don't want any trouble. You know what I'm saying? That's the perfect employee. They do exactly what they're told to do. They don't question anything, even though they can have the handbook right here that says that your job says to punch computer all day. But if the supervisor comes and says drive the forklift, you can't refer to this job. Hey, look, my job say punch computer. You asking me to do something that's not my job. They do it anyway. They crash the forklift, they get fired, and they say, I should have done better. I ain't laugh. Yeah, it is to laugh, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a joke. The way that Christianity has us as docile little ants, man, to be squished.
Right.
How we grind the piss here in America, and no one wants any revenge.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No Christian says, "Well, I'm tired of this guy, Salaki. I'm tired of this.
Right.
Let's do something about this."
Right.
This is what the oppressor did. The oppressor said, "Look, I'm tired of living in squalor. I'm tired of eating gruel every day. Let's join together, band together, and let's form armies. Let's fight against these black people. So what? We die. So what? We die. We'll die with honor."
Right.
You understand? And they did it. And they clipped up together. And as we were disobeying our God, they were clipping up and forming armies. And the Lord was turning his back on us, and they were getting control. They was gaining control. They was winning those battles. And before you know it, they had the Empire of Rome. They had France became a power. Spain became a superpower. And here you have it all the way up to today, where if you have no pigment in your skin and you consider the Caucasian, the earth is yours. You can be a beggar and a vagabond one day and grow your beard as long as down to your stomach. You can shave that beard, walk into any corporation tomorrow, give them some fake accolades, and you be the CEO by next week. This world is yours.
God.
You understand? You can call your uncle, and you know what I'm saying. And that's another thing. Salakia. Everybody need to go see that movie, You People. Everybody need to go see that movie on Netflix called You People. And it'll show you how this white boy wanted to marry into this black family, and he was doing cocaine and he was everything, but he was so-called Jewish man, and he had a job in finance while he was partying endlessly in Las Vegas, tooting, snorting cocaine. He was in finance, had a good job, a nice house.
It's a lot.
Go ahead.
If I could, the whole drug use and like how we do today and how we been in like in the 2000s, 90s, the 80s, even the 70s and the 60s, the drug use culture, that comes from joining them. It doesn't that's not our culture. We don't indulge in that type of stuff, like stimulating ourselves, stuff like that. That's a culture we adopted.
Right. And in the 1950s, before the civil rights movement, you didn't have black people, high on weed and high on marijuana.
Right.
We would have us a drink. Our women would have us a glass of wine, and that was it. You understand? That's how we roll, man. We started envying our oppressor, and we started, wanting to be flower child and, smoke the ganja, man. Wanted to be hippies. And that's what got us in the way we are, man. And this whole class has been about brotherhood, about how those 5 cops did not show any brotherhood to Tyree Nichols, man. And that's why they killed him. Is because the oppressor hates black people, and when you take on the spirit of the oppressor, then you love black people. You hate black people as well.
Right.
And you love what the oppressor loves, and you hate what the oppressor hates. Right. And the oppressor hates black people.
That's right.
You understand? And that's what you'll hate. If you're a part of that, then you will hate black people, man. So with that, we're gonna clip it up right there, so we can get these prayers in, okay? So let me read the announcements. Before that, Salakia, was that in on that scripture? We was at Ezra's 8:85. Finish that out, because it's something Salakia. It's something I need to bring out about that, about brotherhood.
So this is the book of First Ezra, chapter 8, and verse 885. Moreover, ye shall never seek to have peace with them, that ye may be strong, and eat the good things of the land.
Salakia, for black people to be strong, we can never seek to have peace with the oppressor.
Right.
I know right now, all black people are saying, let us all come together, let's love one another, let's everybody live together. You got all these interracial couples, you know what I'm saying? You got America pushing, let's join together and and just all be together in one, I guess, melting pot in society, which we can never do that. According to the scriptures, we can never seek to have peace with them. Right. And that's the only way black people are going to be strong. And it's time for us to stop, worrying about what other races' positions are in this society, in this earth. We worry about every other race's position. Like, make sure the Chinese people are right. Make sure the Japanese people are right. Make sure the Caucasians are right. Make sure they are. What about the Arabs? You got to make sure they all right. That's the black community. We want to love everybody. And it's time out for us to take that love and love ourselves. What about black people's place in society?
Right.
You understand? You got to stop wanting to be on the bottom. And yes, if there is a success in the black community, it should be passed down to the ones less successful. God. If I'm a millionaire, I should put my hand back and help up my cousins and families that are not millionaires. Right. The mentality of our people, man, is disgraceful. Right. It's disgraceful and it's stingy and it's just like the oppressor.
That's right.
It's not showing brotherhood at all.
That's right.
You understand? Soon as one of us becomes a millionaire, we move away from our family. And then we pick on them in these interviews, in these TV interviews where you know the millionaire family member says, "Oh, well, you know, I knew my cousin was gonna call me as soon as I got that contract with HBO. I knew as soon as I got all right, you know, my cousin Larry was like, hey, let me borrow. You know what I'm saying? And we talk about them and down those family members publicly. When that should be the main. Colin Kaepernick, his whole family should be straight.
Right.
You understand? Emmett Smith, even his distant cousins ought to be straight. Michael Jordan, good night. Michael Jordan his family ought to be straight. The families that marry into his family ought to be straight. Right. That wealth is not just for you to soak up all yourself. It's for you to build your nation with, man. That's what it's for. That's brotherhood. That's right. Unity. But you ain't gonna get that, you know, going into the Christian church every day, or you will be sending your millions to Reverend Doohickey Do Holland Black, and he'll be building a mansion on the east side of town, and the church will be a mega church, and he'll be taken care of, and he won't allow you to even take care of your family. But Salakia, that's what I wanted to bring out. I will be strong if we never seek to have peace with them. Go ahead.
That ye may be strong. It's like, moreover, ye shall never seek to have peace with them. That ye may be strong and eat the good things of the land, and that ye may leave the inheritance of the land unto your children.
That's right. You're going to be strong, and you're going to have something to pass down to your children, man. And that's what's wrong with blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We worry about forwarding everybody else's society, and we never think about forwarding our own, and therefore we don't have anything to leave for our children or our children's children. You understand? And that'll all come to an end if we all come together under Commanding General Yohana in the ISUPK.
Wow.
The Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, all of that'll end, and we'll start to build wealth, and we'll start to have something to leave to our children and our children's children. And with that, clap it up. Join us next week as we, continue with this scripture breakdown. Remember, if there's any questions anyone has, type them into the chat. You understand? Don't be afraid. We won't bite. You will get a biblical answer for any question that you have, and you'll get the answer according to the Bible. You understand? Ain't most black people Christians? Most black people are Christians, yet and still they don't know what this Bible is saying for us to do as Christians. You understand? So with that being said, join us next week for class, okay? All right. We're the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. started under Commanding General Yohana Salakia. We are the Isupk under Commanding General Yohana, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They're here to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in any particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6-month period in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8 through 10 means 10th in the Hebrew, Ma'ashara, 10th of every penny of any increase the Most High gives you, give to the Treasury Department or the teacher. Priest fund, it's a free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming Holy Convocation. Upcoming Holy Convocation is the is Purim. It is Sunday, March 5th and Monday, March 6th. You can find the Feast of Purim in Esther chapter 9, verse 20 through 31. And then, of course, after the Feast of Purim is the Lord's 54th annual Passover. It's going to be at 500 South Salisbury Street in Raleigh, North Carolina. The activities, we have the announcements for the activities for the Passover. Wednesday, March 29th is the lamb slaughter. Thursday, hey, I'm slaughtering a lamb this year, N.W.O.
I already guessed.
You getting one in?
I need to. I need to put it in.
Hey, look, I'm slaughtering a lamb, brother. I'm getting it in. Hands gonna be bloody, and I'm getting in there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's the lamb slaughter on Wednesday, the 29th of March. Thursday, March 30th is the all black party. Yo, we got live performances from Captain Contazar. Who else? Captain N.W.O. My man from South Carolina, who Officer Shaw from South Carolina, my main band. All kind of man. We got Captain Akkad Abarayam, you know what I'm saying, gonna be there as well. And look, we got all the performers coming out for the black party, you know what I'm saying, all the heavy hitters in the rap game that's better than Jay-Z, better than Lil Weezy, Lil Bootsy, Booty Badass, Bitty Bop, Lil Baby, Da Baby, Lil Baby, Mid-Size Baby. I don't know what the hell these rappers Lil Juicy J Juicy, man, whatever the hell you are in the world, the Isupk got artists, man. That'll beat any rapper, hands down. Jay-Z with his man. Jay-Z was a fast rapper like Twister. You know that? He don't even look here, man. Look,
Salak.
Go ahead.
If I could just interject real fast, Captain Contazar done had battles with the music side with people on the Clubhouse app and blew them out the water. I think they like 2-0. I think we like 2-0 with the battles with the music.
The battle rap.
Yeah.
Man, I knew that anyway, man. Can't nobody mess with the UPK in the rap game, man. Ain't nobody mess with us. We are the ones, man. We them niggas. Damn. Anyway, that's the all black party on March the 30th, right? Friday is the scripture breakdown with General Muhammad. There's a UPK performance after the scripture breakdown. You know what I'm saying? And then Saturday is the 54th annual Passover, Lord's Passover at the Raleigh Convention Center, man. Again, that's 500 South Salisbury Street, Raleigh, North Carolina. Sunday, of course, April 2nd, is the Feast of Unleavened Bread. If you want to know more information about the Passover, just dial 919-766-1318. All right? And now with that being said, Amajim, Wapinyak, we're done. We'll close out with these prayers, all right? The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shemaiah, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwithka, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ratiza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayam, Latanalawa, Lacham, Cow, Yawam, Wasalaknawa, Kabawatnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawathanawa, Wala, Dabayanawa, Banasaya 1, Abor, Hawashanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Kamalakmat, Wahala, Wahatapara, Iwalumium, Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it. All right, this is the prayer for the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Baba Koshar. Lathundalawa. Akak. Akak. Arapa'ah. Kal Makala. Wakal Madawa. Hakak. Latahar. Hamatazarayim. Hakak. Lahakwium. Hamathium. Hakak. Arakawath. Hatama Allah. Lagarashan. Mashim Yahushai. Awad Aman. In the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahushai, please give us the power. The power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahushua. So be it. This is the prayer to bless the power structure in Israel. Barakatah Yahweh. Wa Yahweh Shai. Wa Yahweh Wa Allahayim. Matazai Salakia. Matazab Ya'ah. Alawap Yahana. Ha Alawapium. Ha Sarunium. Ha Quartazayoyum. Ha Koyoyum. Wa Aquathian. Yahweh. Bahashim Yahushai. In the English, bless you, Yahweh. And Yahweh Shai. And Michael. And the angels. Commanding General Yohana. The generals. The captains. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it. All right, this is the prayer for the curses. Bless you, Yahweh. King of heaven and earth. And all things living. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Listen to us now.
To us now.
Right now.
Right now.
The evils and curses.
The evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
Punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
That speak against us.
Speak against us.
Thy prophets.
Thy prophets.
The teachers.
The teachers.
The princes.
The princes.
The priests.
The priests.
The Israelite brothers.
The Israelite brothers.
And the school.
And the school.
Saying evils and curses.
Evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
And shake loose.
And shake loose.
The treasures of the rich.
Treasures of the rich.
Of Israel.
Of Israel.
That refuse to give to the school.
That refuse to give to the school.
Force their riches.
Force their riches.
To enter into thy sanctuary.
Enter into thy sanctuary.
Saying evils and curses.
And evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the Edomites.
To the Edomites.
And the nations.
And the nations.
And their drug dealers.
Their drugs.
The court system.
Court system.
Prison system.
Prison system.
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood.
All the governments of our enemies.
All the governments of our enemies.
Synagogues and armies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Roman Catholic Church.
Roman Catholic Church.
The Pope.
The Pope.
Islam.
Islam.
Christianity.
Christianity.
Egyptology.
Egyptology.
Militia.
Militia.
Ku Klux Klan.
Ku Klux Klan.
Aryan Nation.
Aryan Nation.
Skinheads.
Skinheads.
Posse Comitazi.
Posse Comitazi.
Gay movement.
The gay movement.
The lesbian movement.
Lesbian movement.
Spies.
Spies.
Workers of witchcraft.
Workers of witchcraft.
NASA space program.
NASA space program.
Army. Navy. Air Force. Marines. Wall Street. Open up the internet.
Open up the internet.
And the airways.
And the airways.
Cable access channels.
Cable access
and the radio channels.
Radio channel.
Convict the spirit.
Convict the spirit.
Of any of thy people.
Any of thy people.
That seek to stop us.
Seek to stop.
And bring swift destruction.
And bring swift destruction.
To all the heathen.
To all the heathen.
And stand in the way.
Stand in the way.
Or try to stop us.
Try to stop.
From broadcasting your words.
Broadcasting your word.
Throughout the planet Earth.
Throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the plagues.
Let loose all the plagues.
Cause them to go to and fro.
To go to and fro.
Through the earth.
Through the earth.
And consume them.
And consume them.
Let the plagues.
Let the plagues.
Shake the house of the thief.
Shake the house of the thief.
And the murderer.
And the murder.
Let Yahweh.
Let Yahweh.
Michael and Gabriel.
Michael and Gabriel.
Come down with the flying saucers.
Come down with the flying saucers.
And punish all the heathen.
Punish all the heathen.
That come up against us.
That come up against us.
As we speak thy word.
Speak thy word.
Cause it to be known by all.
Cause it to be known by all.
That it is the angels.
That it is the angels.
That have done it.
That have done it.
Cause it to be spread.
Cause it to be spread.
Through the media.
Through the media.
Throughout the whole world.
Throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be it.
So be it.
Saw. Means to turn. Sister Yeshua be seated. Men of Israel would give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Amam Shabbat. Amijah. Barak.
Yahweh Shemo Shokatah.
Yahweh Shemo Shokatah. Amijah. Sister Amijah. We give one courtesy salute to the teacher. To the sister. Men of Israel, Amam Shabbat. Amijah. Barak. Yajamata. Class is missed. Again, Israel, the 54th annual Passover, April 1st, Lord's 54th annual Passover. You understand? South Salisbury Street, Raleigh, North Carolina. It's the Raleigh Convention Center. You understand? See y'all there, Lord's willing. Shalom.